It's time for the June 2024 SheetLoad of Cards collaboration from Call Me Crafty Al. Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. It is time for the June 2024 SheetLoad of Cards from Call Me Crafty Al. Each month, Alicia from Call Me Crafty Al puts together a sketch, supply list, and cut list, everything you need to help you make a set number of cards. And this month it is another 6x6 paper edition, so you can break out those 6x6 paper pads. And it is a collaboration, so there is a playlist down in the description box below for you that you can click on, and it will take you to the list of all the collaboration team members, and you can see how they used this month's sheet load. So for my cards this month, I'm going to be using the Succulent pad from the Not Too Shabby Shop. It's just got a bunch of cute succulent, cactus, hanging plant type patterns. So I'm going to be using that, and I have picked out 4 different patterns from the pad that I'm going to be playing with. And we will get started making our cards. So I'm not doing like normal folded cards today. I'm actually doing a postcard style card using this Spellbinders stamp set called Support Small Business. I like to make thank you cards to send out with all of our online orders. So to mass make these, I just cut some cardstock down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I kind of get my stamps lined up and use my MISTI to, kind of go through and stamp a whole bunch at one time. So I just wanted to show you how I did that part. Now I have all of my pieces cut. Everything is prepped and ready to go. My pattern paper strips here, I had decided that I kind of wanted to do like alternating. So I have 4 different patterns that I cut, and so I thought on that the piece here, the focal piece here, I would do kind of a sandwich of 2 of one pattern and 1 of another. So I go through and just kind of put them all together just to make sure that I get everything matched up the way it should, because sometimes if I don't do this, I just get into making and then I grab the wrong piece and then I'm off. So I just went ahead and kind of got everything assigned, got all my strips assigned to each white cardstock piece, and then I will work on getting them all glued down. So now that I have that done, I'm going to go through and glue all the strips down onto that white cardstock. I pulled out some light blue cardstock for the card mat, but then I decided to do some white for the mat for these strip pieces just so that they stand out a little bit better. So on these, I just kind of try and get them with equidistant border on all sides, or on the outside and the top and bottom. And then once I get the 2 outside strips on, I go and center the middle strip in between those 2 outside strips. So I'm curious to see if everyone used 4 different sheets of pattern paper or if they did like 2 sets of 2. So I'm going to do the second set here of my strips. I chose 2 dark patterns and 2 light patterns so that you would kind of have one of each, and then I tried to mix them up or match them up so that there was a dark and light pattern on each card. I just thought that would kind of like the dark patterns would really pop, but I didn't want to do all dark because I thought some of those lighter patterns would help them pop more. So I'm going to finish those off camera. Those are done. And now I'm going to take the strip, the bigger strip there, and add that to the bottom of my card mats. And I like to add glue to as many pieces as I can at one time. It's just when I'm doing kind of the mass assembly, it's just quicker and easier. I don't have to pick up my glue gun every single time. In the whole scheme of things, it probably doesn't add that much time, but I think it's just how I'm wired. I feel like I'm saving time. And sometimes that's why I will choose ATG over wet glue, because I can add glue to multiple pieces at one time. So I will finish the second 4 of those, and now I get to add the kind of focal point with the 3 strips on to my card mat. So again, I'm adding adhesive to 4 of those pieces at a time, and then we'll adhere those on. And I was trying to, if I had 2 dark strips, I was trying to make sure that I put them on a lighter horizontal strip, just again so that things would pop better. I didn't want it to be too much dark. So I'm finishing off the front of my cards, or all of the pattern paper, and now I'm going to go ahead and put my card mat onto my postcard base. And I know that when I stamped my thank you, like the back side of my postcard, it is oriented vertically, and these card fronts are horizontal, but I think it's going to be okay, because I'm just going to put my thank you to the left side, and still when you turn it over, you will still be able to read the thank you and the note that I write. I think it's still going to work. So again, I will finish off the rest of those, and all of my layers are done except for my sentiment. And so since it's hanging off the edge there, I decided I wanted to put a little bit of scrap cardstock behind it, so that there's only like one, the top right corner of my sentiment is hanging off. It's the only thing that's not on another, like on layers of pattern paper. So I just wanted to kind of level that out. And then I did fishtail my sentiment, and the thank you is from that same Spellbinders set. So I've got all my sentiments on, and then I decided I wanted to add a little bit something. So also from that same stamp set, I am using that little circle one that says support small business, and it was able to stamp them and then punch them out with a 1-inch circle, and then I did a 1 1/4 inch circle of the blue cardstock to go behind it, just to help it pop. So here's a look at all 8 of my thank you postcards that I get to use to put in my online orders. And this is from the Succulent paper pad and the June 2024 Sheetload of cards. Please be sure again to check out the playlist below. Thank you guys so much for your time today, and hope you all have a very crafty day.